How's everybody doing tonight? And big question, will we get this done tonight? As promised, I'm here a little early, though. It looks like it's only 2 minutes early. I planned 30 minutes early, but 2 minutes early is in a way good because if I plan for on time, I could end up half hour late. So in a way, it's actually a pretty good start time. So I think we're like doing pretty good with this. Just see there. We've got something here. I mean, it looks like it's like fairly well built. I just don't know what it is. We're 78 segments in. I don't know if we'll ever know. It's possible that we'll complete this and still won't know what we built. The website said it was a sword, like an anime cosplay sword. I don't know, does this look like a sword to you? It says bayonet, which a bayonet is like a dagger on the end of a rifle. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here, but we're going to keep doing it. Might as well, right? All right, so we left off, we finished 78. So we have 79 up now. 79 is 3 pieces. So that brings us to 380 pieces total on our way to 533 pieces. So they want a 1x6. All right, there's a 1x6. And they want 2 1x12s. So that should be like double the size of a 1x6, I guess. All right. So that's a 10. Because there's only 4 more. So that's a 12. All right. So 2 of them of that length. All right, there we go. There's our 1x6 and our 2 1x12s. What do we have to do? I'm not sure what we're doing here. It doesn't show them together. We have to look ahead to 80 to see them together. All right, so it looks like to put them together, we put the 12 in front of the, we put the 6 in front of the 12. And then we take up the second 12, we take up 3 circles on the 6 and put the 12 right behind it, which leaves 3 circles like at the back there. Like after we click it, we get it right on the seam there. Click it together. If this will ever click together. Why is that not clicking together? Okay, well, I mean, it's not Lego. I think it's not even Lego compatible. All right, so there's 3 on the end on this side and 3 on the end on that side. And 12 double layer across the middle. So that's what we got there. So here's our big construction. Whatever could it be? It looks like a drawbridge. I don't know if I have to pick something that it looks like. I don't know. All right, so there's what we built for 79. Moving on to 80, we just get 2 pieces. And by the way, one of them's a 12, but the other one's a 5, not a 6. So, gotta be careful here. That's a 4. So, that's a 5. Yeah, you gotta be very careful here. And then we need another 12. All right. So 3, 6. Yeah, that's a 12. Let me just confirm. 9, 12. All right. So we want us to combine these. So we take what we built like a minute ago. And we put that 5 on the end here. And then we put the 12, like basically, you know, there's three. Remember, there's like 3 buttons available. So we put it on those 3 buttons. And then the 5 goes even with the lower layer. I've kind of like flipped it around here. It's a little disorientating, but I'll flip it back in a second. So now it hangs off 3 on the bottom in the back, and then in the front it hangs off 4 in the top. And does that look curved to you? I don't know, it kind of looks curved to me. Also, why is the shot so tight on camera 1? Alright, if I move them back, then camera 2 looks a little off. Well, I don't know. These cameras are due for like some realigning. Anyway, it is what it is. Alright, so there's what we got. It looks curved to me. I don't know. I don't know why it would be curved, but it just like looks that way to me. So that was 80. 80's done. 81 is up next. Oh, by the way, did we count the 2 pieces for 80? I don't think we did. So we're at 382 pieces. 81. Alright, 2 more pieces for 81. It's another 5 and a 10. 5 and a 10. So 2 more pieces, 384. So we need another 5. That's a 4. That's a 5, right? Yep, 1 more than a 4. Alright, so a 5 and a 10. Now, we kept picking up the 10s when we were looking for 12, so we should find the 10 pretty quickly. Yeah, there's the 10. Alright, so what do we got to do? Alright, so this end, where it's like, there's 4 sticking off there. We're going to put that at the bottom layer. We put the 10 at the bottom layer. And then we put the 5 on top. And there's still 1. So now there's 1 extra on the bottom in front. And 3 extra on the bottom in back. And we're creating a fairly long something or other here. Excuse me. Alright, 82. There's a lot of pieces going on here at 82. Actually, it's only 5 pieces, bringing us to 389. I'm not sure if I've incremented that counter every time, but whatever. Alright, so I was looking for a 1x2 in black. That's a 1x3. Might take a minute to find these pieces. Let's get these repetitive gray pieces out. That'll hopefully make it a little easier. Also, a 1x2 could be in the small bucket pieces. I mean, there's a 1x3 here, but the 1x2 could be here. No, I don't see it here. There's still 2 rubber bands here. A lot of connectors still. And I'm not seeing a 1x2 anywhere. Is it stuck against this wall? It's a 1x3. There's a double-decker 1x2, but that's not right. What's going on here? Is it maybe not a black piece? Is it like another color? That's a 1x3. Now here's a 1x2, but it's red. If we don't find a black 1x2, we're using that red 1x2. Because this book has deceived us on the colors of pieces before. So we're going to check every piece. Well, check if it's in this pile. Alright, it's not in the pile. And we're going to check every piece in this bucket. nothing along the wall. Noodle. Long. That's a 2, but it's a double decker. Wheels, binoculars, plus sign posts. Well, we're using the, oh, I found it. I was about to give up and use the red 1x2, and then I found it in this other bucket here. There is the black 1x2, if you can even see that there. It's there. All right, black 1x2. It's good to know we have a red 1x2 if we ever need it. And an orange 1x3. All right, so anyway, the next piece we need, it's a 5. And it's again in black. It's going to take me a minute to find all these pieces. There's the 5. Now we need a 4 red, which we found before. And then 6 black. There we go, 6 black. And then a 12. 12 should be double 6. There we go. So just 5 pieces. Oh, you didn't see everything I was doing, sorry. 1x2, 1x4, 1x5, 1x6, 1x12. And these are all going to attach to this long thing that we've been building. So at the front here, there's a 1 pin at the bottom. We're not going to touch that 1 pin at the bottom where it's already stacked too high. We're going to add a 3rd layer. And then we're going to start stacking the black pieces behind it. First the 5, then the 2, then the 12, wow, and then finally the 6, which should line up right with the, so it's 1 layer, 2 layer, and now the 3 layer. The 3rd layer is going to line right up with the 2nd layer in both the front and the back. Although in the front it's red and in the back it's black. Not sure what that's about. So we count, all right, so 83. What's 83 need? A lot of pieces for 83. And it's got one of those 1x1 pieces that you gotta kind of like measure. So let's do that first using this actual book here. Maybe this size? No, it's way too small. Alright, I guess this size. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so we grab that first. We also need... Wait, let's count up how many pieces this even is. So 4 wheels, 2 of that like cap type piece, and 2 2x12. So that's 8. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's 14 pieces in 83. Let me just see if I've done that. Let me double check that math. 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 14. Yeah, it's 14 pieces. What's 389 plus 14? Is it 403? Probably. I don't know. Alright, 83, 403. Now I gotta start collecting the pieces here. So, I think there's a little circle here But I don't think that's the one we're looking for. Or is it? It's something that there's 4 of. Yeah, that's probably it, because there are 4 of those. So there they are. There's the 4. We need the 1x2, which we found before. We need these 2 like insert pieces. There's a double-decker 1. The pipe that we measured. 1x3 in black. Now, there's a piece here. It's a double-decker 1x2 with a plus sign in it. And then we need 2 12s. All right. Is this them? Oh, let's see. 3, 6. Yeah, those are 12s. All right. So is that our 14 pieces? 4, 5, 7, 10, 11. I only got 13. What did I miss? Oh, I missed this piece. I never explained this piece, but it's there. How would you describe this piece? Kind of looks like the ship that the Jawas use. It's like a 1x2 on top, and it's a double decker, but it has this like slant in the front. It's like it's smaller on the bottom than on the top. All right. How many pieces do we have? 5, 10, 12, 14. So there's our 14 pieces. What we do with them, I don't remember. Let's take another look at the instructions. All right, so we're going to build something, and then we're going to start attaching to the main. All right, so the thing that we build, we pick up this pipe, and we put on 2 of these circles. That's like just the first thing we got to do. Not really sure how far to push them in. I don't know if it's a 1-to-1 measurement. I'm just going to push them in until there's some point on the other side. Then we put on this piece with the plus sign in the middle. And then on the other side of that, we put the other 2 of these circles. They actually only show one of them going on in the number 2 part of the instruction, but when you look down to the 3 part of the instruction, they're both on. So I think we're going to go with equidistant. So let's have a little bit of post on each side. So I think it needs to go a little bit sort of this way. I don't want to pull it too hard. All right, what do you think? Is that right? I think it's still not. And I'm afraid if I push it, I'm going to push it too far. I was pushing the wrong way. Wait, was I? No, that was the right way. Why didn't that work? I think I need to push down, maybe, so I have the support. All right, that was definitely the wrong way. All right. So push down on everything while the post is supported. Oh my goodness, it's like impossible to get it in the middle. You go too far one way or too far the other way. It's really tough to get in the middle. Maybe we should put the end caps on first. So we've got the buttons up. We put the end caps with the circles facing the side. So you can see through the button. You can see through this cylinder. And the buttons on top. And now we put one on each side. Hopefully that kind of either verifies that they're the correct length, or maybe makes it easier to like get it to the correct length. Maybe if I just push it against the bottom now. I don't know, honestly. I don't know what it looks like underneath. Maybe it's correct. Hopefully it's correct. I really can't say. All right, still on 83. We're going to build onto this big structure that we have. So if we go to the front, where there's only one like button available, that's where we're going to put that JRYE piece. Right up there. And then behind that, sort of at that level, goes the 1x2 in red. All right. Now, should we put that piece on the end right now? I think so. There's 3 buttons here on the end. And I think they're going to go with these 3 pieces. So like 1, 2, 3. I think that's how it goes. So first we put on this piece. Kind of weird, right? And then this piece. Now, these 3 pieces that are left, I doubt they matter which order you put them in, but I can tell you the 1x3 goes in the middle. Like if we're going like by the book, then the 1x3 goes in the middle. And the way to do that, I think, is to put the 12s at each end and hope that there's 3 buttons left in the middle. And then stick the 1x3 on last. Yeah, 3 left. Perfect. All right. 1x3. All right. 83 is done. Oh, sorry. There it is. Well, that's starting to look like something, but again, what? I don't know. All right, well, let's see what 84 is all about. Next page, 84. They want 2 pieces, 3 of one, 2 of another. They're smooth pieces, and one of them is 6 buttons long, and the other is 8 buttons long. But it's going to be tough to tell because they don't have buttons. Usually, if you flip it over and look at the receiver side, there's like 5, 1 less. If they're like wedges that go in between buttons, if they're literal like receivers, then it would be 6. I'm telling you all this just to say it's going to be tricky to figure out what pieces they are. It might be the best way to find, like to measure them against existing pieces. So like, if I pick this up and I put it here, like how long is that? Well, let's put it here. That's 6, right? Well, if I put it here, yeah, that is definitely 6. So this is 6. So we need 3 of these. And if that's 6, then 8 is 2 longer than 6, right? I'm just trying to get the height, the length, whatever. Yeah, that's 8. All right, so we need 3 of those and 2 of those. Full house. So that's 5. Brings us to 408. But so now we need 3 of these and 2 of these. So there's our 2. So we just need 1 more 6. That's basically all there are. We're kind of getting to the end of the pieces. I don't know how we still have 120 something to go. Oh, right. This pile of junk. Yeah. I guess there's going to be like 100 pieces there. I don't know. Anyway, on 84, 5 pieces. And it looks like very simple arrangement here. The 2 8s go in the back and the 3 6s go in the front. And it just runs from one end of that, whatever we're building, to the other. So we pick this up And we start in the back with an 8. That's going to kind of lock in that previous construction of that like winged piece. That's now getting locked in there good. All right, on top of that goes another 8. These are, when the pieces are smooth on one side, like buttonless, it usually means that they're skin, whether it's skin of a building, skin of a machine, or skin of a living creature. The point is, when there's no buttons, it's usually the edge or face of the construction, meaning there's nothing going to go on top of this. I mean, it can't. There's no buttons. All right, so that was the exact length. So there you go. What does that look like? I don't know. Well, it looks like the picture, if nothing else. There you go. All right, so that was 84. Moving on to 85. Oh, hold on. 85. There's 85. What are they looking for here with 85? Wow. What the hell is going on here? That is tough to read, huh? It looks like they want it to go in between here. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to do that. Does it just slide right in there? Oh my goodness, it does. Is that it? Just slide it in there? If we lift this up and take this out, there's like a track in there that's like 1 wide. And I just put this in the track and just slid it back as far as it'll go. So it matches the width of this underlying thing, and then it matches the height of the space in between. But there's nothing locking it in. It's like movable at this point. I'm going to study this picture instructions to see if I'm missing something. Is there an attachment? There's no arrows indicating anything is attaching. So at this point, I think we're just sliding it in there. Yeah, nothing's attaching. Nothing's getting attached. It's just sitting there. Sticking out the front. Is it supposed to go? Is it supposed to go back here, or is it supposed to go up here? I don't know what's going on. Let's hope the next instruction tells us something useful. All right, 86. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Brings us to 413. Now, 86 has one of those measurement pieces. So we got to measure it, right? I mean, what are we supposed to do? Just guess? No, we got to measure it. There you go. There's the piece. And now it gets one of those tire / yo-yo pieces. Looks like there's only 2 of them left, and they're both in gray. So I guess we're looking for a gray piece. All right, there's 2 pieces. 2 of the 5. All right, this rubber piece looks like binoculars. It's got 2 plus signs in there, and it's made of rubber. I mean, it feels different. It's like squishy. The other pieces are solid. All right, one of these magnifying glass looking pieces. Okay, so that's 4 of the 5. The last piece, I don't know how to describe this to you. It's got 2 like circles, and then it's got some other connector. So really there's 3 circles. 2 of them are in line. 1 of them is like, I don't know, perpendicular or something. I don't know how to describe this to you. Just take a look at this piece. There's a third circle. So 2 circles are like in line there, and then the third circle is there. It's a weird piece. All right. Those are our pieces. So we need to build something. The pin goes through the binoculars into the magnifying glass, and then the weird piece slips over the top. That's what we're doing. All right, so pin goes through the binoculars into the magnifying glass. These are just terms I'm making up. And then the weird piece slips over the top. And then where does that yo-yo / tire go? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. It's going to go... I'll show you where it's going to go. It's going to go here on this beige piece. And then this piece that we just built, that's actually more confusing. I think it goes here. But how is that going to work? Let's see if we can get it on there. No, that's not going to work. Unless the bottom also connects. All right. Let me take another look here. Okay, good. Yeah. I made a mistake on this piece. Yeah, I mean, of course it didn't like factor into anything yet, but basically these 2 circles are supposed to go the same direction because they're both going to attach down here to these pieces, and then the third circle up here to this piece. So if you look at this piece, there's like 1, 2, 3 circles. And this is going to go on 1, 2, 3 pins here. Let's see if that works. It's supposed to work. All right. One at a time. Let's get this piece on first. Now that that's on, let's get this piece on. First at the bottom, and then at the top. Okay. A lot of banging around, but it went on. And now, wow, that tucks in nicely back there. Okay. This piece is still mobile, but now it's kind of like locked in there. So yes, that does seem like a bayonet on a gun. Like if this is the gun, then this is the bayonet. It's kind of cool, right? All right, I'm glad that on day 11 we finally figured out what we're building. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I think this is the base of the gun, and then it deploys a bayonet. Maybe it's going to lock in at some point, but I don't think so. It's got pretty smooth action. I think it's staying there. And we've got 2 big rubber bands left. This thing might come together nicely just at the end here. All right, there's the wheel. Yeah. I'm gaining in confidence. I think this is going to be something cool when it's done. Well, let's see. You know, maybe, maybe not. Let's see. All right, 87. We're going to add 1, 2, 3. We're going to add the same thing we just did. we're going to do it on the other side. It's basically this structure here. We're going to do a mirror. Okay. This structure here, we're going to do a mirror image on the other side. Right. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, these 5 pieces. Huh. We know what we're doing now. Did I just throw a piece? No, this is correct. Yeah. We'll just study the other side for a second. Yep. No. Oh, wow. Okay. Goes like this. All right. And then this goes on top. Can I do it without breaking it? I think I got to take it off and do it all at once. It'll be easier because it has the stability of the other side now. All right, pull this out. Try to do it again. I mean, what I mean by that is on the other side, we put this on. On the other side, we put this piece on first and then this second. But since this is now all locked in, I think we got to put them on all at the same time. Yeah. Yep. That was the play. Did the bottom go in? No, something's not right at that bottom there. There we go. Not sure what was wrong. Not sure how I corrected it. But it seems to be working now, and I guess that's really all that matters. And then this little yo-yo, I'm sure it's going to host a rubber band soon enough. Sorry if my hands were blocking that, but it's built. All right, that was 87. 88. All right. A lot going on here with 88. Need to measure 2 of those red pieces, I'll tell you that. I think that's the size. We need 2 of those. Yep. 2 of the red pieces. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 pieces. 423. So, 2 orange noodles. Two cylinders. Oh, by the way, they also want 2 of the small red pieces. Let's just put them in their order. Maybe that'll make it easier. So 2 of the larger reds, 2 of the mid cylinders, 2 noodles, 2 small reds, and then 2 small transparent cylinders. I think there only are 2 small transparent cylinders. I only see 2. Oh. So 2 small transparent cylinders, 2 short red, 2 orange noodles, 2 mid cylinders, 2 whatever, inch long red pieces. Now, we have to build something twice. That's why there's 2 of everything. And that thing, how do we build it? Let's just muddle our way through. Is it possible there's 2? No, it says 2 times. Something like doesn't look right to me, but let's just start putting it together and probably it'll make sense then. So we start with the noodle. No, we start with the large red piece and stick it through a cylinder. Then we put it on the noodle. Then we put the mid-sized cylinder. And then the short red. All right. Noodle, short cylinder, long red, short red. That's the 5-piece. Whatever. All right, let's try to do the next one. All right, cylinder. No, it's noodle, long red, short clear cylinder, mid clear cylinder, short red. Okay. So we've got 2 of these. Don't know what they are, but we've got 2 of them. They look like a duel. Who is that? Wasn't there like 2 presidents who dueled each other in like the 18th century sometime? I forget who that was. Anyway, that was 88. We just built those dueling noodles. All right, 89. Where do you see 89? We're basically just going to turn those revolvers into rifles using 8 small red pieces and 8 mid-clear cylinders. Just give you a quick look at the instructions here. So 16 pieces, and we're just going to add them onto that. We're just going to make those revolvers have longer barrels. All right, so what's 23 plus 16? Anybody know? It's like 39, right? All right, so 439. Now, we got to actually do these things. All right. Well, I didn't even count the pieces yet. All right, so 4. I might as well do them in pairs, right? So 4 clear mid, 4 more clear mid, 4 short red, and 4 more short red, because it's really 2 pairs of 4 times 2 more pairs of 4. My main construction almost fell off. I don't know if it would have come apart if it fell to the floor or not. I'm glad it didn't. I'd rather not find out. All right, now what do they want us to do here? Oh, okay. I'll tell you. They don't want us to pick this up yet. They want us to start just farting around with the cylinders and the red pieces. They want us to do something 4 times. I'm not even sure what they want. Okay, let's start with a cylinder and then a red. Okay. And then a second cylinder and a second red. And I want us to do this 4 times. It doesn't make sense because, oh, we're going to extend the barrel twice. I guess that does make sense. So 4 times. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, oh my goodness. That piece didn't want to go in. Doesn't matter which way I do it. No, not really. It's all going to come out in the wash when you, it's really determined by when you connect it to this piece. I mean, you can just flip this over. It doesn't mean anything until it's connected here. All right, so 2 more of those. It's a trickier piece to put in than you might think. All right. Kind of reminds me of something that I shouldn't say. Something really stupid. Maybe like a push pop. Do you remember those push pop candies? Now, of course, I say a push pop, but now you just have to think of what push pops remind people of. Okay, so now I just put this together, right? It's just like a long barreled revolver, kind of. Or whatever it actually is. I guess we'll find out in a minute in the next instruction. So that was 89. Why is this camera going blurry? I guess because I'm like reaching back and forth. All right. There's the 2 whatevers. Now, 90. We're in the last 100 pieces, by the way. And we're getting like big, easy runs here. Like another 4 pieces. Basically, they're extending these guns, pipes, whatever they are, they're extending them again. Like, this is 4 and 4, but they could have said 12 and 12 for the previous one. Anyway, 4 and 4, so this goes up to 447. Because that's 8 pieces, and 4 and 4 is really 2 and 2. Is really additional extensions to the gun. So we know how to do this. Did you see that? Like, did you see how blurry that got for a second? I guess let's switch to another camera because then that won't happen. Although I'm kind of locking into potentially a less interesting view, but that was really going blurry. Like when I would start with my hand here, then reach back here, they would go so blurry. The thing is, camera 1 and camera 2 are the same model camera. It's just that when I set it as camera 2, it's sort of all the same distance. I mean, I'm moving like on the x-axis, but the y-axis is the same, whereas when I go to camera 1, I'm moving on the y-axis, and that's where it makes the adjustment. Obviously the axis being relative to the camera. Okay, so we built 2 more push pops, and 1 goes on each noodle handled, long barreled revolver. These are probably just pipes. But anyway, that's what they look like. Candy canes, maybe? I think we need a second noodle to make it a candy cane. We've got 2 more noodles over here, by the way. We've even got this long, like, where's that going to go? Anyway, that was 90. Let's see what 91 is all about. Oh, we're going to use those other 2 noodles. So 2 more reds, 2 more cylinders, 2 more noodles. It's all kind of coming together, I think. All right, so that's what, 6 pieces? So 453. We are definitely in the home stretch. It's only 533 pieces. All right, So 2 noodles. 2 reds, 2 cylinders. All right, there's another red and there's another cylinder. Did they seriously give us like the exact number of pieces? Like drop a piece and you're good luck. You know? It looks like it, right? I mean, 2 more noodles, 2 more red, 2 more cylinders. There's not an extra piece here. They're also like really confident in their packing. It's not only are they not leaving room for me to make an error, they're not leaving room for themselves to make an error, because I'll tell you, the people who do these puzzles, they're not going to be happy if there's missing pieces. And they're also not going to be happy if they lose a piece and they think it's missing, but really they lost it. By the way, I had, it's a long story. I had an incident like that today. I won't tell the full story, but the crux of it is there was a delivery, and it was supposed to be 1 medicine ball, which I was going to review. And they instead sent the full like set of medicine balls. And on the box, it said, like, I forget the exact wording, but it basically was like, wholesale, do not pick the entire case. Like something like that. But they did. So even though it was in like a sticker in huge letters, not to deliver the entire case, they did. Well, maybe those people should start breaking out the different weights, or maybe they should only sell it as a set. You know, maybe they shouldn't sell them on separate weights if they don't have the ability to deliver them as separate weights. Anyway, that was 91. We basically finished off those 2 rods. So 92, I guess we're going to attach them. 92. Yes, we are going to attach them. How is this? All right, let's just take a look here. Probably can figure this out. All right, I'm going to match their orientation. Oh, yeah. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pipes up here. So you can see from the picture, we're going to go to the set in front of here and to the front. So these hopefully are going to drop right on. Should be pretty easy. Yeah, there you go. No problem whatsoever. And this is just style points. Obviously, this is not going to affect anything. So there we go. That does look kind of cool. It's getting there. We're definitely getting something going on here. We got more push pops going on here. Suddenly there's a theme to the last night of this project. And that theme is push pops. Am I even saying that right? Let me Google that. All right, so we're going to get to 93 in a second. But I'm just going to take a quick break and Google push pops. I think that was like a candy that when I was a kid, they used to have candy. That was like a big thing when I was a kid, like Cinnamon Red Hots, push pops, Mary Janes, like all that. Like you can't even get those candies nowadays, but it used to be like you would go to the store and just like buy that stuff. Push pops I actually were a little bit later. Anyway, there's the push pop, but that's when it still has the cap on it. There it is with the cap off it. So do you see what that kind of is? I mean, kind of looked like we were just building a second ago. At least I thought so. You're welcome to think whatever you want. All right, so 93. 93. 93 is what we were just doing for fun. It's extending the push pop. Like we were just doing this, like we were just like fooling around doing this, but this is actually a 93. That's what we have to do. We have to extend that. Hopefully it's gonna be retractable. Maybe that's what this wheels are for. Maybe you're gonna put a rubber band around there, and it's gonna be here, and it's gonna. Let's see. If it just stays always extended, that doesn't make sense, in my opinion. Let's see what the instructions say. 94, we're going to add some rubber bands. One rubber band in 94 and one rubber band in 95. Let me just add it, so I'll just go 454. Now let's grab our rubber band. Now, let's take a look what we're going to do with that rubber band. All right, it's going to go. I'll show you. It's going to start on this yo-yo wheel. It's going to go on this big one, and then it's going to hook. So it's going to loop. It's going to go around, and it's going to hook. Loop the first one over the second one, hook the third one. All right, so loop over hook. There's probably going to be something that holds this back, and like you flip it out and then the rubber bands thrust that forward. I'm just guessing. All right, so 95 is put the rubber band on the other side. 95, do the same thing on the other side. So that's 455. All right. Get the other rubber band on there. Using the same method. All right. Over, no. Loop over. Wow, do you see the power in that? Loop over hook. Something didn't work this time. Is this one too long? Why is this one not working? It's like the rubber band is too loose or something. Or maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? They actually want this rubber band here to go around twice. I probably should do that on the other side as well. They just want it to go around twice, just like make it extra secure. Wow. It like yanked out of my hand. I gotta get it in there. It's gonna go above this ball and socket thing. And onto the yo-yo. Alright, so yeah, that's cool. I gotta fix the one on the other side. I assume. Let me go back to 95. Yep. Yeah, I gotta double loop it. This this one at this end, they want double looped, which is good. It's gonna be more secure like that. It's gonna be tougher to get on, but it's gonna be tougher to accidentally come off, which is what really is where the value comes in to the work that we're doing. All right. Okay. Wow. Look at this. You know what? Is there a delay? There's a delay. I'm gonna watch it live, and then I'm gonna watch the monitor. All right, live. Now I'm gonna watch the monitor. Yeah, I don't know if you're seeing that the same I'm seeing it. It's faster in real life. I don't know. Am I imagining it? I feel like the camera is not catching the full speed of that. Excuse me. Anyway, that was 95. So, moving on to 96. Just 3 pieces to 96. It's there's not many pieces left. 1x3 orange, this long pole, and this bracket thing. It's 7 holes. All right, what do we got to do with that? There's the 3 pieces. Okay. I'm not sure. Why can't I figure this out? Oh, because they spin it around. All right. It's a little weird. Okay, so I'm not going to spin it around. I'm going to hold it the whole time in the direction that it's going to go. To me, that makes more sense. So the top 3 go here. I think that's just for looks. That's just aesthetic anyway. So the 1x3 orange goes in the top 3 circles. I say top 3. Really, it's a symmetrical piece, but they become the top 3 based on how you hold it. The pieces aren't going in for some reason. So I'm like getting up on the desk here and trying to force them in. You know what? I'm not supposed to be forcing them in. They don't go in the top 3. The top piece is, I'll show you. The top piece is a plus sign. So they actually go not in the top piece. That's why it wouldn't go in. I can't believe I was like trying to force that in. The top one's a plus sign. It's not going to go in. So it goes in from the middle to there. And then, so there's probably another plus sign at the bottom. There is, which is a perfect receiver for this. And then once that's built, then we take this whole thing. Oh, by the way, 3 pieces, so 458. All right. Take this whole thing. I'm going to slip on the bottom. This doesn't really make sense to me, actually. I feel like it's going to create... It's like no longer flat, you know? Now it has to stand on that piece. All right, here's what I'll do. I'm going to put all the pieces left in one bucket so I can stack it on the other bucket. By the way, there's like 6 pieces left, other than that mess of pieces. So now when it's stacked, hopefully I've got the height and I can hang that off. Yeah, perfect. So other than those 6 pieces, everything is these pieces, which I think are just simulating, you know, when you have like a chain gun, what do they call that? Like belt of bullets. Anyway, that's what this is. All right, so that was 96. 97, I guess, is going to be the other side. Yeah, it's the other side plus the piping. So 1, 2, and then 5 pieces of piping. And then there's literally 4 pieces left. So that's 7 pieces. So that brings us to 465. And that's 97. And how we build that is, all right, so this, this is going to be the same idea as the other side. And then before we can attach this to here, obviously, we need to slide on these 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3. We never figured out why these pieces have a notch in them. It may not matter. 4, 5. All right. And then this is going to go on the top and bottom. Done. That's on. Yeah. I mean, I can line those notches up, but they're going to spin anyway. It doesn't really matter. 98. Moving on. All right, 98. It's going to be those bullet casing pieces. So they want us to snap 12 of those together. That's the assignment. Snap 12 of them together. So 98. It's going to go from 465 to 477. Because we're going to snap 12 of those pieces together. It doesn't even say to do anything with them. I just like snap 12 pieces together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12. How do they snap together? Which side is up? I think just like this, right? Let's see if we get a snapping sound. There we do. We do. Absolutely we do. They're kind of flexible too. Well, what shall we talk about while I snap these 12 pieces together? Oh, when does the Army get involved? I know that a lot of people talked about that after the 2020 election when it was like, if one side is cheating, like whose job is it to catch it? Like I think there was a lawsuit where like one state sued another state. Like I'm just going to make up the names, but like Texas sued Arizona for like not counting their votes properly, saying that it affected them. But here's the thing. What if, so that either never was resolved, or maybe you think that Sleepy Joe really got 81 million votes, but whatever. I mean, let's just say, for argument's sake, let's say it wasn't fully resolved, but maybe it didn't affect anything. But let's say in a hypothetical, it did affect something, and that something was a hostile takeover by a power that means harm. For example, nowadays they're talking about in California, they're like taking kids from parents and doing this like reassignment surgery on minors without parental approval. So like, who stops that? Like if the election was stolen and then the people who stole it use their new power to like harm children, like whose job is it to stop that? I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking, I don't know why I'm going to the Army, maybe because they're like federal, but like whose job is it to stop that? And this might not be a hypothetical. I don't really know, I mean, I'm not like an expert on that. All right, anyway, we snapped those 12 together, so let's take a look at 99. So 99 only uses 2 pieces. And I think it's like 1 orange and 1 red. And then we have to use them. I'm not even sure what's going on here. It looks like we use them at different ends to attach that bullet casing thing. So, like, which end is which? Well, it's only a color difference, whether it's red or orange, but I'm really not sure which end is which. I'm also not sure exactly what pins they're attaching those to. Oh, okay, I see 2 pins down here, and I see 2 on the other side. So that's where they're going. So does it matter which side gets the orange and which side gets the red? It probably does. It probably indicates like something to do with firing the bullets. Like maybe the red is the stop and the orange is the live. But which side is which? Does anyone know? Just looking at the picture, it seems like this side is the orange. So I'll put red on the other side. All right. Wow, it's not going on. We're like so close to finishing this puzzle. But these like last piece, it's not going on. And it's not an easy piece to get on. Like, I don't know what... Man, yeah. Oh, I got it on, but it stabbed my finger in the process. All right, let's do red on the other side. So that's what they want, right? Just loop this around and do red on the other side. I have to push this from the middle so I don't get stabbed in the finger again. Or stabbed under the fingernail, which would be terrible. Alright, it's on. So there's a little belt of bullets, I guess. Well, it's becoming tougher and tougher to place this thing down. I don't know how to place it now. Wow. Alright, that was 99 was 2 pieces. So 100. We're up to segment 100. Segment 100 is 21 pieces. It's 21 pieces. The one is to take 21 of those bullet pieces and snap them together, but they want 17 of them together, and then they want 4 of them like separate. I'm not sure what's different about those other 4. Let's just build 2 segments, a 17 segment and a 21 segment. By the way, that brings us to exactly 500 pieces. Because they're doing 21 pieces and we were at 479. So that's now 500. And we have to make 2 segments, a 4 segment and a 17 segment. I'm just laughing at the instructions, like how they decided that this was one instruction to make 2, like a 17 and a 4, but whatever. You know, somebody thought that made sense to somebody, and that's now how we're doing it. All right. All right. There's the 4. We only need 17 now. 3, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 17. They seriously gave us like the exact number of these bullets. Like not a spare to square. Not a square to spare. Just exactly how many we needed. From Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Elaine Bennis in Seinfeld, when the lady with the flinty voice who spoke to Elaine, she was dating Jerry. She spoke to Elaine under the bathroom stall to borrow toilet paper, and she was Kramer was speaking to her on some type of party line where you pay like $2.99 a minute to talk to. Yeah. That was the Spare a Square episode. I don't know what the name was actually called. And I probably last saw it like 25 years ago, but I guess that flinty, that description of her voice as being flinty, I guess stayed in my head. I couldn't spare a square. I didn't have a square to spare. And Elaine comes running out with all the toilet paper, because in the original, Elaine asks for toilet paper and the other lady won't give it to her, and she's like, no, I need a certain amount of squares and that's all I have. I can't spare a square. So in the end, Elaine gets her back, but she kind of like steals all the toilet paper to do it. It didn't happen naturally. And then I guess she then breaks up with Jerry as a boyfriend and tells Kramer not to call the phone line anymore. So we got this 4, and we got this 17, and we got these 2 like guitar picks. So we're about to be done here. I mean, we might as well just add up those 2 guitar picks. And so we didn't get to 533. We only got to 502, but that also could be that that I miscounted along the way. Anyway, segment 101. What do they want here? They want the 2 guitar picks, so that brings us to 502. And they want the this is going to be a problem, because back here this side has 2 plus signs. This side has 1 cylinder and 1 plus sign. There's the cylinder. I might have to remove the cylinder, or yeah, I don't think it's going to fit in here. I'm going to have to remove the cylinder. Or what I can do is put the guitar pick a little bit forward. It won't be perfect, but I'll do it. So that's where the 17 goes. So do we put, yeah, I think we put the orange on the same side as the orange, and the red on the same side as the red. So this side gets the red. So we never did anything to... Oh, I know why there's a rubber band on that bayonet. So that when you stab something, like a fake knife, like a movie production knife, when you stab someone and the sword like retracts in. So you think it's like went into the person being stabbed, but really it retracted into the hilt. I think that's the purpose here of this bayonet. Like, you think you're stabbing someone and really it's just going into the body of the gun, and then the rubber bands push it back out. So I think that's what's going on there. All right, so the other side. Now this is the side where we have the cylinder, when we wished we had a plus sign. So first of all, I wonder if we could break the cylinder. Or are we going to have to remove the cylinder? Because it doesn't even fit through here. Oh no, it fit through. Alright, so the guitar pick, we're going to put it on the 3rd. It's interesting that they gave us 4 openings. It's like they basically allow us to do this, what we did. Instead of putting it in the front, we put it in the second one so that we could avoid the cylinder, because it's not going to fit there. So we're not done yet. Then we need to attach that 4 somewhere. I think it's going to go like over the top. Oh, they're still showing that 4 detached. The 4 never gets attached. What? Okay. The 4 never gets attached. The front, the front strap is smaller than the back strap. And the 4, when they go to the final picture, 102, is still sitting underneath. Is this supposed to fit on your arm? Like, would this fit on a kid's arm? Like, you see how the back, my phone just beeped exactly when I said that. So I'm going to take that as a message that that is how it fits. So I'm thinking like your forearm goes in the bigger circle and your wrist goes in the smaller circle, and then you grab this with your hand. So my arm's not going to fit through there, obviously. But imagine if it did. Then I would have this arm like this. And if I stab something, it's going to like go in like that. And then it's going to come back. So I think this is it. This is a sci-fi arm. Wow, I can't believe that we finally figured it out only after it was completely built. And it actually is pretty cool. All right, I'm going to get a playtester in here and see his opinion on it. Give me a minute. All right. By the way, the text message was spam. But the ping of it was perfect timing. Nick, where are you? Are you asleep? One day you went to bed early. You already asleep? Okay, I have a toy. I'll bring it to you to test it. Alright, Nick is somehow already asleep. Very unusual for him. I'm going to bring the toy to him. I'll come back and tell you what he says. Alright, so here's what was built today. So, you see these two strappy things here? It's not going to fit for me because I don't have a kid-sized arm. But you put your arm through there, and then you grab this thing, and then this is like a bayonet. So you stab something, it goes in. But so imagine it's like this, but these straps are going around your arm, and then you stab like that. So it's like some robot stabbing arm. Yeah. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Good night. Alright, so my son was asleep, but I think he thought it was cool. Alright, so this is a robot arm. That's what I think it is anyway. But no, it's not a robot arm. It's a cyborg arm. Because you put your arm through these two straps, and then you grab onto this handle, and then your arm becomes like this robot stabbing thing. And first of all, it can go up like this. So that's a lot of action there. And then second, it can go like this. Look at that. It can even go back there. So, so you can start like all the way back here. And then you can go all the way forward. So you see that? I think it's quite a bit of something going on here. I'll just do it like kind of in slow motion. All right. I don't know how you would hold it back. until you're ready to let it go. Wow, that's kind of freaky how it does that. I gotta switch the position of these boxes. I feel like the yellow one we want more as a background. All right, one more time. All right, let's show the stabbing action again. Well, there's cooler ways to demonstrate this. Sorry that I don't have them prepared. Anyway, I built it. Maybe I'll make a 30-second sizzle reel of how to actually use it, but for now, at least we built it. You know, that was the big job, and we did that big job. Wow. What was the thing called again? Heat bayonet. There you go. There is your heat bayonet. I think it's pretty cool. I'm John Rapp. This is just Rest Your Eyes. I'll see you tomorrow.